It was me who first felt the bite of Richard's maleficent blade. He was my brother. I loved him true, but now I am dead and red with angry hue.
At least you died before the full measure of that serpent's slimy cunning wreaked its evil upon our vulnerable souls. I married the fool, despite my own logic, and look at me now, dead and drunk with all of you.
I hardly knew the bloke. I hardly knew the poisonous bunchback toad, and yet I wish we could turn back time to the good old days when Richard did not plot to kill us in our sleep.
Well, I say we scare the man to death.
Good sir, I do commend your initiative. Let us round up the others who also fell beneath Richard's poisoned blade, and visit that dam in the Citrus Mountain Grove this night while he thinks he is safe in bed. Let us creep upon his sword soul and install a just full.
Good folks, I dare say, I will join you. But is it enough to only inspire fear in the damn rebellion? Nay, nay, good friends, let us light upon the good Richmond's camp and spell our blessings upon that noble lord. Through his sure and solid victory is how we will exact our pent-up and righteous revenge.
Hurrah!
Let me sit heavy on thy soul tomorrow. Think how thou stabbedst me in my prime of youth at Tewkesbury. Despair, therefore, and die. Be cheerful, Richmond, for the rotted souls of butchered princes fight in thy behalf. King Henry's issue, Richmond, comforts thee.
When I was mortal, anointed body by thee was punctured full of deadly holes. Think of the tower in me, despair and die. Harry VI bids thee despair and die. Virtuous and holy be thy conqueror. Harry that prophesies thou shalt be king, doth comfort thee in thy sleep. Live and flourish.
Let me sit heavy in thy soul tomorrow. I, that was washed to death with fulsome wine, poor Clarence, by thy guile betrayed to death. Tomorrow in the battle think on me, and fall thy edgeless sword. Despair and die. Thou offspring of the house of Lancaster, the rotted heirs of York do pray for thee. Good angels guard thy battle. Live and flourish.
Let me sit heavy in thy soul tomorrow. Rivers that die thy Pomfret, despair and die.
Think upon Gray, and let thy soul despair.
Think upon Vaughan, and with guilty fear let fall thy lance. Despair and die.
Awake, and think our wrongs in Richard's bosom. We'll conquer him. Awake, and win the day.
Richard, thy wife, that wretched Anne, thy wife, never slept a quiet hour with thee. Now fill thy sleep with perturbations. Tomorrow in the battle, think on me, and fall thy edgeless sword. Despair and die. Thou quiet soul, sleep thou quiet sleep. Dream of success and happy victory. Thy adversary's wife doth pray for thee.
The first was I that helped thee to the crown. The last was I that felt thy triumph. Oh, in the battle think on Buckingham, and die in terror of thy guiltiness. Dream on of bloody deeds and death. Fainting despair, despairing yield thy breath. I died for hope, ere I could lean thee aid. But cheer thy heart, and be thou not dismayed. God and good angels fight on Richmond's side, and Richard,
conscience, how dost thou afflict me? The lights turn blue, it is now dead midnight. Cold, fearful drops sit upon my trembling flesh. What do I fear? Myself? There's none outside. Richard loves Richard, that is, I am I. Is there a murderer here? No. Well, yes, I am. Then fly. What, from myself? Give great reason why, lest I revenge. What, myself upon myself? Alack, I love myself. Wherefore? Any good that I myself have done unto myself? Oh no, alas, I rather hate myself, for hateful deeds committed by myself. I am a villain, yet I lie, I am not. Fool, of thyself speak well. Fool, do not flatter. My conscience hath 1,000 several tongues, and every tongue brings in a several tale, and every tale condemns me for a villain. Perjury in the highest degree. Murder, stern murder in the direst degree. All several sins, all used in each degree. Thronged to the bar, crying, guilty, guilty. I shall despair. There is no creature loves me, and if I die, no soul will pity me. And wherefore should they, since that I myself find in myself no pity to myself? Methought the souls of all that I had murdered came to my tent, and every one did treat tomorrow's vengeance on the head of Richard.
Good morrow, Richmond.
Cry mercy, lords and watchful gentlemen, that thou have taken a tardy sluggard here.
How have you slept, my lord?
The sweetest sleep and fairest boding dreams that ever entered in a drowsy head have I since your departed had, my lords. Methought their souls whose bodies Richard murdered came to my tent and cried on victory. I promise you, my soul is very jocund in the remembrance of so fair a dream. How far into the morning is it, lords?
Upon the stroke of 4.
What? Then 'tis time to arm and give direction. More than I have said, loving countrymen. The leisure and enforcement of the time forbids to dwell upon. Yet remember this: God and our good cause fight upon our side. The prayers of holy saints and wronged souls, like high-reared bulwarks, stand before our faces. Richard except. Those whom we fight against had rather have us win than him they follow. For what is he they follow? Truly, gentlemen, a bloody tyrant and a homicide. One raised in blood and one in blood established. One that made means to come by what he hath and slaughtered those that were means to help him. A base foul stone made precious by the foil of England's chair where he is falsely set. One that hath ever been God's enemy. Then, if you fight against God's enemy, God will, in justice, reward you as his soldiers. If you do sweat to put a tyrant down, you sleep in peace, the tyrant being slain. If you do fight against your country's foes, your country's fat shall pay your pains the higher. If you do fight in safeguard of your wives will welcome home the conquerors. If you do free your children from the sword, your children's children twits it in your age. Then, in the name of God and all these rights, advance your standards, draw your willing swords. For me, the ransom of my bold attempt shall be this cold corpse on the earth's cold face. But if I thrive, the gain of my attempt, the least of you shall share this part thereof. Sound drums, trumpets, boldly and cheerfully. God and St. George, Richmond, and victory!